Every once in a blue moon, your skateboard breaks and you gotta set up a new one. This one did very well under pressure, but I got tired of it, and now it's time for something new. A brand new CakeMuscle. You can buy one from CakeMuscle.com. This one's called Super Cake Z. It's actually probably one of my least favorite skateboards. Anyways, today I'm going to be answering your guys' questions and topics from Instagram. Stay tuned. First question is from Justin Kopp. If skateboarding never existed, do you think you'd be the same person you are today? I guess that's a good question. I don't like to think about what ifs like that because there's really no point in saying what if, because there's no way to test it, right? But I don't know. I think if I never skateboarded, I think I'd probably be really square. And I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea about that, but I don't want to say negative like these were horrible experiences because they did make me who I am today, but I will say negative as in the fucking definition of the word, negative. Every negative thing that happened to me in my teens happened because of skateboarding. The first time I ever saw someone get beat up really bad was a skateboarding related incident. The first time I ever beat somebody up really bad was through skateboarding. The first time I ever drank alcohol was through skateboarding. The first time I ever saw gun violence was through skateboarding. And before that, I was just think about it, 12 and 13, I was just a kid who watched pro wrestling and didn't do shit. And then after I started skateboarding, I started wandering this neighborhood and making new friends. And I don't want to exaggerate, but my mind was expanded. I was just kind of holy shit, these people are really like that. What the fuck is going on? And the reason for that was because I was, I guess, sheltered. And it's one of those things where you never realize you're sheltered until you are. Through skateboarding, I found what I now consider to be normalcies of the world. You know what I wonder though? I wonder what types of jobs I would have ended up getting, because my first job was at a video game store and that shit was lame as fuck, and my second job was at a skate shop, and then from there I started my adult working career doing security and warehouse shit and slot machines and whatever. But I wonder, had I never skateboarded, what the fuck jobs would I have done? I graduated college in, I think, 2009. And I wonder, dude, would I have gone to college for something different? How would my life have changed? Actually, the first job I ever had, I met the guy that became my boss at the bus stop because I was taking the bus to a skate park. And then when I worked for UFC, I worked for UFC because one of my skate friends ended up getting me the job. So even as far as employment, skateboarding has influenced my life quite a bit. Let me know in a comment below, what do you guys think I would have become had I never tried skateboarding?
Ninja lifestyle would probably be a pussy. Fucking faggot.
Next comment is from OG Nate Wyatt. What is a trick that you like doing but don't have consistently? I would have to say hard flip. Hard flip's one of my favorite tricks to look at, and several years ago I used to hard flip easier than I could even kick flip. And that may sound weird, but I did so many hard flips. That's why I really do believe in practice makes perfect, and if you do a trick a million times, it really will become easy. And I started doing hard flips for my first trick every day. Instead of doing a pop shove it to warm up the legs, instead of doing a kick flip, I got to this point where I could hard flip for my first trick every single day. And then you look at me now, and it's fucking embarrassing. If I warmed up right now, it would still probably take me 5 tries to land a flat ground hard flip. And I remember back in the day I was hard flipping stairs. I hard flipped a 9 stair. And that shit wasn't even hard. It wasn't even cool. It got to the point where I did that fucking trick so much that nobody was even impressed anymore. If you think about Cody McIntyre and nollie big spins, there was a point a few years ago when he just nollie big spinned every single set, and people just got bored and annoyed by it. Anyway, hard flip is my answer. Next question is from Cassidy Perkins, and she says, what's your take on Bam skating again? I'm pretty stoked on it. That was her saying that. I'm not pretty stoked on it. Or I guess I kind of am stoked on it. I think being a skateboarder who's skated for over 10 years, and especially if you're in like the 15 or 20 year genre, if you're an OG, I think we have a real appreciation for how good Bam was back in the day. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm having the hardest fucking time with this one nut. A few years into my skateboarding career, my skateboarding journey, there was a lot of Bam Margera hate, and there was a lot of, I guess what there is now, the same type of hate that Gabe Cruz gets or Andy Schrott gets. These guys became successful, so now we all have to hate on them. There was a whole lot of like, Bam fucking sucks, he doesn't deserve this, he doesn't deserve that. And it's actually the exact same argument for Revive. Bam's skateboard was probably one of the greatest selling skateboards of all time. So at that time, he didn't even need skill. But having skated for long enough to remember Bam skating Tampa and shit like that, it was different because I knew how good Bam was. And for me, I like to root for the underdog. It's kind of a cool story for me to see Bam sort of blow up on MTV and then burn out off drugs and alcohol and lose a lot of support and lose his friends. I mean, not that I think that should happen to anybody. I think the whole story is really sad. But I think as a consumer and as someone who does not know Bam personally, I think his life is really interesting. And for a lot of people, I think even in the Vice documentary, they look at his life and they say, oh, well, typical fucking guy. But again, I knew the guy's skateboarding before he blew up on MTV, and it's exciting. It's almost like knowing about a band before they get popular and then they get unpopular, so you have to decide if you like them or if you don't like them. I think there's a lot of people that don't think Bam can ever be entertaining again, and I'm not one of those people. If you look at even inside his circle, Steve-O burnt out super fucking hard, and now he has a pretty darn successful YouTube channel. He's all over these podcasts, doing all these different little tours and projects, and he came out of probably the biggest rock bottom hole that you could imagine for Hollywood. To sum everything up, I'm rooting for Bam, I'm rooting for the underdog, and let's say he comes out with a video part that's not as good as Chris Jocelyn. I'm not going to be the one sitting there saying, well, this guy fucking sucks at skateboarding. I'm going to be the one sitting there saying, hey, there's a lot of people that forgot this guy existed and probably wrote him off as dead. And here he is proving everyone wrong and not necessarily doing it for the fame or for the money. He's doing it for himself and his health. And I think that's it's a pretty inspiring way to look at the entire story. So I guess, again, as a consumer, I'm excited to see what happens. You know, I'm kind of like on the edge of my seat, like, oh, is he going to make it? Is he not? But as a skateboarder, I'm kind of like, you know what, man? Good fucking job. Good for you. Next question, Jamie Griffin asks, any crazy bitch stories recently? Dude, in my life, there's always a fucking story of some crazy chick doing something retarded. If you guys have been subscribed on this channel for a while, and especially if you guys have watched Twitch streams of my house when there's like a party or something, you guys see that I tend to associate with borderline fucking retarded women who are always talking shit or doing something stupid. But it's come to the point because of you guys that I can't fucking talk about that stuff anymore, because the internet's full of these weird, like, I don't want to say jealous, I think it's just people that want to see something happen or want to see me, like, annoyed. But you guys go online and social media, I tell a funny story about a chick and you guys go on there and you fucking look her up with your guys' elite fucking hacking skills, and then suddenly it's like, hey, you know, I get a text, what are you doing online talking shit about me? And it's like, dude, first of all, bitch, I'm not talking shit. This is exactly what happened. You guys remember the story of the chick, not the story, the video. Do you guys remember the video of the chick who was banging on my fucking window for hours, and then the police came and took her to jail after like 3 hours, and I had to be in LA the very next day? I told people about that happening, and everyone thought I was exaggerating. And then she called the next day, and she's like, "Oh, what's the fucking big deal? Why'd you send me to jail?" And I'm like, "Well, first of all, you sent yourself to jail." And it became this whole, like, fuck you thing. And then I showed the video, and everyone quit saying, "Oh, Steve's a liar." So it's come to this point where I just have to take videos of everything, because when you guys snitch and fucking try to get me in trouble, everyone thinks I'm exaggerating about how fucking retarded these people are, but I'm not. Everything I say is fucking 100% true, and as for you guys, quit fucking snitching, quit fucking tattletaling, just enjoy the stories, enjoy the entertainment. That's what the fuck I'm here for, to keep you guys entertained, to make you guys giggle on a cloudy, windy day such as today. That's gonna be it, guys. CakeMuscle skateboard is complete. I saw someone in the comments asking what type of trucks and wheels and shit I have. Again, CakeMuscle skateboard from CakeMuscle.com. Silver trucks, I will only skate silver trucks. We have eBay wheels, we have Reds bearings mixed with Juju bearings and whatever fucking hardware that I got for free. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed already, make sure to subscribe. And if you are subscribed already, make sure to hit that bell, because I've been getting a lot of DMs and messages from you guys saying that YouTube, for whatever fucking reason, is not notifying you guys when I make a video, because YouTube wants me to fail. Make sure to hit that like button. I can't wait to skateboard on this. And say hello to Asian John, because he just snuck up on my session and fucked up my concentration. Kuna Matata, bitches.